the next step is to extrude the legs. Now there's a little preparation before we can do that. What we're going to do is delete these n-gons at the base and the neck. So those are not going to be of much use to us. So we'll go in and delete those. And again on the top of that. Alright, now what we're going to do is grab edges. Right down here at the bottom, and I'm holding the control key down, select an edge, select another edge, and right up here in the graphite modeling tools, the icon is right here. If it's not showing, you just click on that. And if you're in Edge, it'll bring up the Edge tools. If you're in Polygon, it'll bring up the Polygon tools. So we're going to remain in Edge, and we're going to use a tool called Bridge. Bridge, holding the Shift and click for the settings, and you can go ahead and look at the settings and see if the tool is going to do what you want it to do. We're just going to bridge that area right there to show you what it does. It gives you a polygon surface between the edges that you have selected. So if we do click on Bridge Settings, you can see that you can add a number of different polygons to that before or after you bridge. You can create or you can use specific edges and use edge selection as you bridge, and there are tolerances here. So go ahead and play around in the settings so that you can get to know this tool and use it to your advantage. I'm going to create 3 additional edges within that surface, because what I'd like to do is begin to shape this into a crotch area for our character. So we're going to go ahead and pull this down and prepare it for the leg. Okay. And once we have that in place, go ahead and pull this up a little bit. Always check back to your character as you work and see where those polygons need to be. Now that we have we've actually pulled down the area that we're going to use for the crotch, we're going to select that entire thing and bring it back up again. Because what we want to do is create this area here where the leg is going to fold. So here we go. Now I'm going to click L on the keyboard and go back and look at that shape in my profile view, and we do have something beginning to look like the shape that we want for the glutes as well. So alright, just narrow that just a bit, and we're getting a pretty decent curve here, but we'll go ahead and set that back a little bit. Sort of like that out a bit. Alright, so we're beginning to get a decent shape here. Back to front view. Alright, I'm going to leave that pretty close to that area where these two muscles come together, and we will have an indentation happening here. So that's a good place for edges to come together. Okay. We don't want to get it too sharp in there. We want to continue to have a nice rounded surface as we work. Narrow this up just a little bit more. Alright. Now once we have this put together a little bit more, I'm going to raise this up slightly, check it in my side view, that's fine. Back to front, Option key down. I'm going to deselect the edges that I don't want. Alright, so now with my Shift key, this is an advantage in Macs that we have. we have edges select, we can simply extrude by holding the shift key down and dragging those edges out. I'm going to give myself one extra knot. Alright, and then I'm going to bring it all the way down to the knee for very light geometry. I want to continue to think very light geometry as much as possible. And this may be too light, but we'll go back in and shape this thigh a little bit better after we get our knee in place. Alright, so we're going to start making sure that this is planar again here, and we can do that very quickly by just grabbing the knots and scaling down. Make it nice and square it off. This as much as we can to keep the loops straight, the better. Alright, so we're going to go back to edges, and holding the shift key down, we're going to drag out and continue to extrude our leg. Just got an extra knot at the leg, at the bottom of the knee, and at the height of the calf, and now again at the base of the at the top part of the ankle, and narrow that down, position it, and we grab these and actually crease them. Okay, now with edge selected, what I can do is select an edge, go into Loop Tools, and with the auto ring selected, I can click on Flow Connect, and it will give me another loop in there, which I can position. Alright, nice and wide here. Trying to make sure that the vertical edge loops remain as vertical as possible as well. Alright, so it's looking a little bit like a leg in the front view, but let's not neglect the side view. So we're going to narrow this ankle and position it. Okay, position. Narrow that down a bit. These are the knees. If that happens, check your scale option. Just simply want to make sure that we're scaling uniformly. Alright. Position it as we go. Alright, let's try to get these. And when we do that, we definitely need to check it again in the front view. Alright, still looking okay. Oops, better cat out of whack. Let's just scale that non-uniformly. Okay, check again. Alright, so we're on our way, creating a very light mesh for our character. The next step is to extrude the arms.